fight for constitutional rights, and to uphold the dignity of the profession. Ito, si Dan Fernandez, oh. Sabi niya, ito, verbatim quote to. Maiksi lang po ito. Please bear with me. Sabi niya, we are giving you the opportunity. The fastest way. He was addressing my client. Here kasi in aid of legislation kami. But of course, certain lawyers, no, law firm. Siyempre gusto nila mahabang proseso sa korte, di ba? You know that. Because ano yan, may bayad ang lawyers di ba? I want to give Miss Cassandra Lee this Republic Act 6981 para for her to contemplate while she is in our custody. Kasi, basahin mo mabuti to. We are helping you. Huwag kang maniwala sa lawyer mo. I mean, let's face it. They want to prolong your cases. Why? Of course, we know that. Kaya si Atty. Topacio, alam mo naman si Atty. Topacio. So now, it's our time to get even. Can you imagine using the legislative bully pulpit to get even? Pahabain niya ng kaso para makuha niya lahat ng pera mo. That's why I challenged him and I challenge him again. Dan, huwag kang magtago dyan sa likod ng parliamentary privilege. Ulitin mo yung sinabi mo rito. Ulitin mo sa harapan ko. Tignan natin kung ano mangyayari. Duwag Ayaw magsalita pag nasa labas. Nagtatago doon sa privilege niya. I challenge him again. Dan, harapan. Sige, sabihin mo sa harap ko yan. Huwag ka namang matakot sa akin. Ang liit-liit ko. May problema pa yung tuhod ko. Pero, ulitin mo sa harap ko. Huwag yung nagtatago ka dyan, tapang-tapang mo pag nasa kongreso ka
Ayan, hinamo
diba?
na ni Atty. Topacio. Okay, may
Inuulit ko.
katanungan yung ating media friend. Go ahead, pangalan po.
Sir, Sheena po from SM. Sa ninyo, doon sa itong issue nga ng Chinese spy, sa tingin niyo po ba, sir, parang gawa-gawa lang ito para maalis yung attention natin doon sa issue sa 2025 national budget?
I don't want to speculate kasi sabi ko nga, mahirap basahin ito. Maaring ganon, but I'm not saying it is. Maaaring part of the ongoing policy of the government to antagonize the people against Chinese nationals. Nangyari din po yan sa World War II. After the bombing of Pearl Harbor, dinimonize ng American government ang mga Japanese nationals. Not only Japanese nationals, not only those who are residing in the U.S., even persons, Americans, persons born in the U.S. of Japanese descent, nilagay sa concentration camp. Maybe many of you do not know that the United States did this too. Japanese, ethnic Japanese, nilagay sa concentration camp noong World War II. Nilayo sa kanilang mga bahay, nilayo sa kanilang pamilya, kinulong on the mere suspicion that they can be used as Japanese spies. That is how you start these things. Ngayon, yung sinasabi mo, well, I do not want to speculate. Although, I would not put it beyond the present government to do things like this para mawala. Kasi talaga namang defective yung budget. But I will not go into that. That's beyond the scope of this press con. That's another story for another time.
Okay, may katanungan pa?
Attorney.
Take a look at this strange device that I'm holding in my hand. It's smaller than a quarter.
On its way, ito ay, kasi kailangan ito, padalan pa yung tanggapan ni Congressman Fernandez bago i-file sa Ethics Committee. But pinirmahan ko na to, nanotaryohan ko na, pinapasok ko yung in-house notary namin ng alas 8 ng umaga para pag pinirmahan ko, masumpaan ko, and then, he's the one on his way, Attorney Rafael Antonio. Andrada will be the one to file this. Hindi naman po kailangang personal ako mag-file. For today, yes. It will be filed today. Kasi alam nyo, I just want to show some members of Congress that you cannot abuse your rights and privileges without encountering pushback. Ito ha, ikwento ko lang. Ngayon, umpisahan nila yung TRICOM hearing on guidelines daw on fake news. Kasi, eto, get this. Kaya nila ginawa yung TRICOM na yon dahil may mga fake news daw na targeted against members of the Quadcom. Unang-una, kung alam mo ang iyong konstitusyon, you cannot do that. You cannot start legislation for the benefit of a particular class of people. That is class legislation that is prohibited under the Constitution. Hindi pwedeng gagawa kami ng batas para sa amin lang. That's unallowable class legislation. Gagawa ka ng batas, mag-iimbestiga ka dahil kinikriticize ang Quadcom. Saang planeta na naman pwede yan? Baka sa alternate universe. Hindi po pwede yun. If you make legislation, unless merong class legislation, but make criteria. You cannot make legislation just to benefit a particular set of people. Basahin nyo yung si Barok. Sino yung apelido ni Barok? Yung tracker na laging nagdidemanda sa Supreme Court. Yung against the Truth Commission na kinonstitute ni Noynoy. Sinabi niya to investigate the abuses during the Arroyo administration. You cannot do that. That is class legislation and that law was struck down by the Supreme Court. Bakit i-concentrate mo sa criticism sa Quadcom? Meron bang kailangang batas pa? Meron na po tayong, we have the strictest libel law in the entire globe. In the entire world, tayo po yung pinapamahigpit na libel law. Isa tayo sa very few countries na criminalized pa ang libel. Meron pa tayong cyber libel. Meron pa tayong civil action under the Civil Code for defamation, fraud, and physical injuries kung pwedeng humingi ka ng danyos for civil libel ang tawag doon. Ano pang kailangan mong batas? Bago ang sasabihin nila, tatawagin daw nila yung mga representatives sa social media platforms, TikTok, X, Meta, di ba? Titignan nila kung anong guidelines against criticism ng Quadcom. That is prior restraint that is also prohibited under the Constitution. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, kung ikaw ay mambabatas, magbasa ka naman ng batas o magpaturo ka ng batas sa nakakaintindi sa batas. Hindi pwedeng puro Google. Hindi pwedeng puro Google. Mahirap po ang batas. Kaya nga 4 na taon namin pinag-aaralan yun. Yung iba may bumabagsak pa nga. Uulit-ulit. After namin mag-aral ng 4 years ng bachelor's degree, mag-aaral na naman kami ng another 4 years ng batas. Magre-review pa kami ng 6 na buwan bago maging abogado. Pag sasabihin mo, makukuha sa Google yung sagot. Hindi po. That is prior restraint. That is censorship. That is an abomination in a democratic government. Censorship. Kaya nga nawala na yung Board of Censors, di ba? That is prior restraint. Hindi mo pwedeng gawin yon. Ngayon, uubusin mo na naman yung pera ng gobyerno. Baglalagay ka na naman ng batas na useless. Na pagdating sa Korte Suprema, i-strike down for being unconstitutional. Yung EJK nila, anong lumabas? Gumawa sila ng bill against EJK. Hindi nila naintindihan. Lahat ng killing ay EJK basta hindi in-order ng court. Dinefine mo yung EJK, nakakatawa ka. Sinabi mo, pag government official, ay dapat life imprisonment kung EJK. Nasa batas na eh. Pagka ikaw ay public official, ikaw ay nagpapatay, qualified na. Life imprisonment na. Sinasabi nila, pag may reward system, life imprisonment, price, reward, or promise qualifies a killing to murder. Life imprisonment na yon even without that bill. See? Nagsayang sila. Pinakain pa kami ng katakot-takot na Jollibee ron. Wala naman nangyari. Ang batas mo, kamote. Kakatawa yung batas na yon. Bisahin nyo. There is nothing in that bill, hindi pa pala batas, there's nothing in that bill that does not already exist in our system of laws. Wala. Kasi nga, sa Google nag-aral ng batas. Yan ang sinasabi ko. They cannot keep abusing this. Someone has to stand up. Inutil ang Integrated Bar of the Philippines, ay kumilos. Yung Integrated Bar, naging old boys club na yan, party-party. At nag-recommend ilang beses na nasisita ng Supreme Court yan for unethical conduct. The latest is yung nanlibre, yung law firm ni Attorney Divina. Oo, ng junket ng mga opisyal ng IBP abroad sa dito sa Balisin. Sinabi ng Supreme Court, mali yan. Noong 1980s, yung asawa ni Drilon, si Violeta, lalaban ng IBP President, ginamit ni Drilon yung facilities of his office. He was then Justice Secretary para ma-elect yung asawa niya, in-invalidate. Yun ang nangyari sa IBP. It has degenerated into a social club. Dapat yung IBP ang unang-unang mag-take ng stand sa violation na ito. Bina-violate, inaapi yung mga abogado, kita mo, si Harry Roque. Alam mo, lagi kong kalaban sa kaso yung si Harry Roque. I have no love lost for that guy. Pero, yung ginagawa sa kanya is unconscionable at wala ka naririnig sa IBP. Anong naririnig mo sa IBP? Ginamit nila yung facilities nila para kay Bicoy, exclusive sa abogado yun. Inireklamo ko. That is sadly what has happened to the Integrated Bar of the Philippines. Walang kibo, kamoting kahoy, may ulalo pa.
Hindi man...
Tinetext nila yung resource person, they should not do that. Hindi pwede yung nagtitext, you communicate, katulad ng ginagawa nila kay Grijaldo. Because you are polluting the witness. You should not do that. Talagang brazen eh. You know why? Because the present leadership of the House has cultivated a culture of impunity. Lahat pwede na.
Siguro para malito rin sa I'm sure na-brief na ninyo nililito.
Baka ginugulo eh. Bago magagalit ka pagka sinasabihan ng abogado na wag sumagot, karapatan po yun eh. Are you arguing against a constitutional right? Di mag-constitutional convention ka o constitutional commission o whatever, di ba? At tanggalin mo yung provision sa Bill of Rights ng right to counsel sa legislative inquiries. Tapos, but as long as that provision is standing there, every lawyer should defend that provision.
Okay, sir.
Attorney, just for the record, ngayon nyo lang ho na-meet si
Nakausap ko siya kahapon via video teleconferencing and si Tita Tessie, matagal ko nang kilala ito. Magkasama kami sa advocacy niyan mga anti-crime watchdog.
Pero yung official na letter parang appointing you as the client, today lang during the
Ayun,
press conference.
pinasulat ko nung nagtatanong yung Reuters.
Ako yun.
Kaya humingi ako ng 2 minuto. Just to make it official.
Thank you.
Attorney,
Yes, ma'am,
Mel
pakilala
Custodio
po.
po from PTV. Attorney, balikan ko lang din yun sa Chinese spy po, no? Do we have information po ba kung hanggang saan po yung scope ng area of navigation noong self-driving car from the company?
I'm sorry?
Yung sa self-driving car po na sinasabi, do we have information po kung hanggang saan po yung scope of navigation po?
Wala ako. That's too technical. That's beyond my competence. Di kaya ng powers ko yan. Batas lang ang alam ko.
Kasi
Pag naghahanga tong phone ko, tinatawag ko pa yung anak ko eh.
Okay po. Kasi there is an information po na na-enumerate po na some facilities mapped sa Batangas, Laguna, and immediately po sa southern part ng Metro Manila. Do we find it parang suspicious po ba na commonly those area have ports?
We don't know. Kaya nga, ang sabi ko, may information sila sa korte nila ibigay. Let us try it in court where the rules of evidence apply. Hindi yung trial by publicity. Because that information, unless it is verified under oath, wala yan. It's not na evidence. Marites yan, chismis yan. Yung nababasa sa dyaryo, eto hindi ko sinasabi, hindi ko dinidimi ng ang media. When you read something in media, that is hearsay according to the Supreme Court, not according to me. So lahat po yan, spekulasyon lang. Parang yung pinapas-calculate ako na baka ito ay ginagamit to divert the attention of the people from the defective budget. Ayoko mag-speculate. In the same manner, wag silang mag-speculate. Sinabi nyo, may nahuli kayo, you think he's a spy, we filed the case in court, let's go to court. Ang hirap dito sa administrasyon na to, puro trial by publicity. O, yung mga tao dun sa Quadcom, o pinademanda nila, hindi pa dinidemanda, void na yung birth certificate ni Alice Guo. O, human trafficker na yung kliyente ko. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Due process and fair play. Pumunta ka sa korte, may rules of evidence doon. Eto bang sinasabi mong ganito ay may ebidensya ka? Anong ebidensya mo? Amin na dokumento, amin na witness. Ipasumpain mo para pagka napatunayang hindi tama yung sinasabi, perjury ang charge sa kanya. That is how these things are done, hindi sa media. Otherwise, kung ano na lang trending, yun na lang ang guilty.
Okay, sir.
Attorney, I wanted to pick your brain
Dali lang
a
po.
little bit, no? Kasi,
Meron ka bang mapipik?
no, because, as your self-driving endeavor or for yourself, for your company that focuses on autonomous self-driving, it's a remote area and you'd rather focus on cities.
That is precisely what is the definition of espionage. Dapat pumasok ka.
No, sir. Attorney,
No, no,
you're
no,
not
I
answering
mean-
my question.
no, no, no.
My question is, why would you, if you're a staff contracted by a company that supposedly specializes in self-driving, autonomous driving.
Yun na rin yun.
Di ba? So, why would you drive all the way up to military facilities that are designated as EDCA bases?
Okay. Yun ang sinasabi mo nila, speculative. Why would I speculate? Let's focus on the legal facts. What is espionage? Dapat pumasok ka sa kampo without authority at kinunan mo yung loob ng kampo at itinransmit mo to representatives of a foreign government. Pinasok ba niya? Imposibleng makapasok ang isang Chinese doon, isang ordinaryong tao. Yung gobernador nga hindi pwedeng pumasok doon siya pa. Yun labas, ilabas yun Anyone can take a picture of that. If it's along the road, I don't know why they did it, but then, whatever reason they may have is irrelevant. Did he commit espionage by doing so? Yun ang focus natin. As a person is not a spy unless he committed espionage. And the term is defined under the law with certain specific elements. Without those elements, you cannot call him a spy.
But in fairness, attorney to government, they're not saying that he's a spy. He is suspected of espionage. Diba?
Hindi, yun ang implication, yun ang slant Ayun naman basahin natin.
No, you have to read closely what the government officials said, diba? Mr. Deng is suspected of
Yes, and then
espionage.
sasabihin nila.
His acts are suspect, diba?
Yes,
I mean, by the very nature of what he supposedly did and how he was presented by government, he's visiting what is described as critical infrastructure areas, including military facilities. Hindi ba?
Hindi,
That's
was that
ground
the
for
only place?
suspicion
Ito
already.
how old are you?
I am 32, sir.
Okay. 1988 pa, nasa media na ako ni Doy Laurel. And we all know, I mean, let's not be naive. It's not what it's written. It's how it's presented. It's called the slant. Pipresent mo, may suspected spy, ang daming spying equipment. Yung equipment is able to measure distances to the last centimeter. He was seen outside supposed critical areas. Anong tinatanim mo sa mind? May slant. Every story has a slant. We all know that. Inislant nila to engender a belief in the minds of the people reading it that this guy could strongly be suspected to be a spy. Yun. I write for Daily Tribune and Philippine Star. I have an op-ed program. Everything has a slant. Alam naman natin yan it's how you present it. Bakit hindi lang sinabing, may nahuli, may equipment, the equipment could be used for spying, we will investigate. Yun lang, yun ang facts. Kung ganun sana, ang tawag doon, slant editorializing, cherry picking. Alam lahat yan ng mga reporters. It's how you present it. And sometimes, yung report, yung copy na sinasubmit ninyo, nire-rewrite siya ng editor, doon pumapasok ang slant. Alam naman natin lahat yan. I mean, let's get real, di ba? Lahat tayo na sa media. We're all media men here, including myself.
Okay,
Alam
question.
natin yan.
Attorney,
Yes.
another follow-up po. Upon background checking sa allegedly Chinese spy, meron na po ba siyang previous records?
Kaya naman, no, wala pang isang oras akong abogado, tinanong mo na agad. I'll try to find out.
Okay,
I'll try.
sir.
Pero ang issue rito, previous record, equipment, critical infrastructure, extend the rights to him under the law. Due process, presumption of innocence. When you write stories na wala pa namang findings at all, na strongly implying that he is a spy, you violate the due process of law and the presumption of innocence. Ganun kasimple. Alam naman natin lahat. Anong ginawa ng media noon kay Gloria Macapagal Arroyo? O, di ba mukhang guilty na? O, di ba acquitted lahat, walang kaso ngayon? Ganun yun. Everyone has an agenda. Aminin na natin sa sarili natin yan.